How you all doing, Maple fam? It's been a couple of weeks. I want to use this video to show off the new irrigation system. I'm going to explain how it works to the best of my knowledge anyway. So, and there's been some changes going on over the weeks. Trees are waking up, they're coming out of dormancy, so there's a lot of movement. So personally, as a maple fan, it's my favorite time of the year, spring. It's either that or autumn, but I'm in spring right now, and it's always my personal favorite as well, because you get a mixture of the weather. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. So anyways, enough of that. I'm gonna change this round. I'm gonna show you. So here is the setup. Now I'm hoping anyone else who's mad into maples like me and is going to think about having a similar setup, you know, a small kind of sized polytunnel, and you want to do something like this, then I hope this can help you. It's gonna shift everything in a positive way. You won't have to stand in an uncomfortable space during the heat and water all your trees and suffer. So anyways, out here, this is my IBC container. It's got, you can store up to 1,000 litres of water, and this is the starting point. So on the end of this there's a filter. It goes in here, it's at the bottom. This comes in here, and that goes through the pump, and there's another filter here. Then this pump, it pulls the flow through and goes to the two valves. So I've got two channels, got one for the right side, I've got one for the left side. I'll show you the two channels in a minute, but while we're here on this board, I'm going to show you this. So it may look like there's a lot going on. It looks more confusing than what it is, I'll be honest. I've never installed one of these before in my life, but I managed to do it with the help of another YouTube video. But yeah, so first things first, this is what powers it, yeah, and this isn't powered by mains electricity. There's no electricity on this allotment, so it's solar powered. So this is the cable that goes up. This is just open sky up here. There's nothing that's going to block sunlight, and here it is. It's just going to take in sunlight all day long, so I won't have a problem with power. While I'm up here, I want to see how much water I've got left. Okay, still quite high. I was curious, you won't be able to see, but I was curious to see what level the water was at, because I've programmed the sprinklers and sprayers to come on at certain times during every day for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to need to gauge how much water I'm going to need. But yeah, then we've got a sensor. This is the temperature probe, and this is so you can adjust settings on here when it gets to a certain temperature in here to trigger the water to come on. This goes to the valves. Yeah, that goes to the valves, and then this one on the end goes to the pump. Yeah, so everything's interconnected. I've set my timings on here to come on midday on both channels for 10 minutes. So this is the right channel. I've cable tied it to the poles all the way to the end. Just loops around, and that's the end of it there. So I've just put an end cap in it, and then the other one is over there. I've put an end cap in that. So then this is the left side, all the way along there, then going back to that 2-channel valve system. There are many different options with this kind of setup. You've got this 4mm pipe that you can have different attachments on. You've got sprayers, you've got sprinklers, you've got drip feeders. So for instance, on this side, this channel here, I've got a load of these drip feeders, so water will just drip feed out of this, and they're pegged down with a spike. I'll show you. See, there's a spike, so that's secured in there, and then I just tee off and just do loads of connections and joins, so it goes from one to the other, as you can see. It's taken a bit of time over the weeks coming back after work to just carry on with the installation, but it is well worth it. I'm really impressed with these. At first I thought, what are these tiny little things gonna do? But these actually spray a really good balance of water in equal direction. It just doesn't just squirt everywhere like some of the sprinklers do. Like some of these, sometimes because they're quite lightweight as well, you need to weigh them down. Like I've got rocks on these ones, just got to improvise really. There's not enough weight on them, so they just fly about. But yeah, with these, I've got them spaced between every section, and where you can see all the water droplets on the seed trays. Gee, that's a big puddle. I might need to reduce the time. 10 minutes might be too much, but I'm never here to see what it's like, so I'm going to do a test run over the weekend and see how much 10 minutes of water in here is going to look like. But yeah, these, don't underestimate them, because I picked everything else first and I thought, oh, let's try and see what these look like when they're on, and they're brilliant. I guess while I'm here and we've got trees that are leafing out in front of us, let's talk. I've been waiting a long time for this. So here we've got fairy lights, and this is actually a dissected japonicum, and it looks like it's got some flower, which is good, because one of my main goals as a maple maniac collector that I am, I want to create as many opportunities for hybridization as I possibly can. And this is quite a unique tree in itself, and you know, to have qualities from this tree mixed with another coming through in the seedlings to come would be awesome. It's Lillian's Jewel. I mean, they're not really there yet. This is Murasaki Shikabu. Quite a lot of variegation on this one. Very pink. that's a Kingsville variegated here. I don't see much variegation on it at the moment. Yeah, and this is the Lillian's Jewel that the Sport was on, so I'm gonna see if that Sport stays true to what it did last year. I'm excited about this. This is a reticulatum como, so it's a a reticulated type. There's tons of flower that looks like it's going to be coming through on this. Even if this doesn't turn to seed, these traits will be given to other seedlings that come through on the trees that do produce seed, because I'm sure with all this flower it's going to cross pollinate with other ones in here. So reticulation is one of my favorite traits. And I don't know if many of you know, with maples the same tree can change sex, so it can be male and female. It can even have male branches and female branches at the same time. I can't remember the term. I knew it last week, but I can't remember it today. So yeah, this is reticulatum como. This is a reversion of Hanamatoi. It's called Prince Charming. It's still a lovely tree actually, even without the variegation. And this has got some flower coming through as well. Yep, those of seedlings coming up here. Can't really see any interesting traits just yet. Still a bit early for that. What else? Okay, I've got a variegated lace. It's another one that's gonna have flower. So this is what you want as a maple collector. You want trees with these unique qualities like variegation and reticulation to be producing seed, because you're going to get some really interesting seedlings coming through. Ah yes, ginger. I remember this one from last year. This is one of the first variegated types that I got in the videos from last spring. So here it is again. It doesn't disappoint. And then you've got these ones here. Yeah, it's a lovely tree. I may even, you know, this middle branch, I think I might even air layer this. There's no point having 3 branches at the same intersection, because that would cause swelling at that node. The shape of the tree eventually will probably not look as good as it could look. So I think I'm gonna air layer that middle branch. So I'm gonna put that on my list. Oh yes, there's this one at the back here. Ushi no Sumi. Look at them delicate little flowers on there, it's lovely. The leaves look like talons. Yeah, nice little tree that. Here's a butterfly with loads of flower that's on the way. Jeez, every node is a flower. That's awesome. I've just got to make sure these stay watered consistently over this spring and summer, and the seed, if it does produce seed, will be good. I think last year I didn't get enough consistent watering. There were some really hot days I couldn't get here and they probably dried out a little bit too much, but that's not going to happen this time round because there's going to be consistent watering going on. Yeah, you'll hear people walking past all the time because there's a pathway right next to my plot, so people on the allotment coming in and out. This is Taylor. This is known to be a very finicky variegated type. It's a lovely tree, but it's known to die very easily. I've had a couple that haven't survived. Yeah, the roots don't like to be wet all the time, but they obviously need water at some point, so you got to get the right balance with this one. And probably not have it in open wind. The hot wind damages the foliage, so there's a few things to take into account. And look at this flower on here as well. Makes me so happy to see all this flower. It may sound sad to people that don't care about maples, but if you love maples and this is your shit, then you know what that's about. This is wild goose. Really nice tree that as well. Okay, you've got Peve multicolour, and I'm really happy to say that I'm not struggling with any kinds of aphid infestations so far this year, because I've been on top of spraying everything. I've been on my A game this year. I've got my special remedy. I'll make it all up. I've probably been spraying them twice a week as a prevention. So apologies, someone was talking to me. But yeah, this one has struggled for the last 2 springs because it got attacked by aphids and all this lovely foliage. It's a variegated tree as well, for those that don't know. Like, kind of like a sand dust variegation, like white flecks, and you've got bits of pink on there. So yeah, what's this? I've even got Honu. This Honu's got a flower. Look how nice that is. We've got here Kurenai Jishi. It's like the red version of Shishigashira. Lion's head maple. Yoshi. This is one of my new favorites from last year. I don't know if this one's out in the States. I think it's a European introduction. There's not much known about its origins, who cultivated it, but this tree is absolutely epic. I apologize again, someone couldn't get out of the gate and they needed my key. Yeah, so I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking about Ukigumo, like which tree actually has like all of the best characteristics, and Ukigumo came to mind for me, because when I'm thinking of the best tree, I'm thinking of the growth habit, how the branches grow, how they move. I'm thinking about the color of the bark. I'm thinking about the shape of the leaf. I'm thinking about variegation and reticulation. So they're the main things I take into consideration. I think, as well as Ukigumo, this could have very similar traits, in my opinion. I like the way the branches grow. It's got a good growth habit. It can be easily propagated. It grows well on its own roots. You've got a lovely light green colour on the bark, so there's interest there. You've got these tiny leaves that are variegated, so they're perfect. It's a perfect tree for bonsai as well. It's a slow growing tree, but it's perfect for bonsai because you got really short internodes, so you can keep pruning this and train the branches to grow in whatever direction you desire, really. So that is that one, Ayoshi. Kurusagawa's coming out. As you can see, this is a variegated type. I think this one's been around for a while. Oh, this is Benny Ukigumo. I only got this 2 months ago with the snow kitten. So Benny Makawa. That's cool. Yeah, so we've been down here. I'll quickly show you some of the seedlings. What's happening with this? So I was looking at some of these. So I've put 3 stars on this. If I've put 3 stars on a seedling, it means that this is on the top of my list to watch and protect. Oh, here is the snow kitten. It's very faint, but there is variegation. So, and I did prune off a tiny branch at the top just to try and push more variegation throughout the spring and summer growth. This This is Wakehurst pink. Look how lovely that is. I think this is an underrated tree, you know. That is, oh, that's wild goose. There you go, that's a wild goose. But this, that's the mother tree there. It doesn't really look like this. I think grafts, especially in the first year, they look a little bit different. Sister Ghost, that's almost putting on autumn leaf. This was grafted in October and it leafed out quite early, so maybe that's why. Here we've got peaches and cream. I'm really pleasantly surprised by this here, ruby stars. These tiny little leaves, but this green and red really complement each other well. So that was a graft I did in January. There's the variegated lace. That's doing good. I've got a Johan graft going here. That is one to watch for the future. This one out of all my grafts grew the most. This is Grandma Ghost. Put on this shoot that's like a foot long. Nice. Where else was it? Oh, that one's a seedling. I'm keeping an eye on that seedling there. It's got some nice traits. What was I looking at next? I've got a couple of strawberry spring as well. They're coming through. And the seedlings in here, they're all ones that I'm evaluating. There's not many with 3 stars. I think I've only got 3 or 4 with 3 stars on it. Yeah, I'll keep you all updated over the months with how these are progressing. And one of them, what's this? Oh, Shiraz with flower. But I will confess, I do trust Matt and Tim's word at Mr. Maple. They say do not get too excited if your Shiraz or Geisha Gone Wild has a load of seed on it, because most times they're duds. They don't really take. So, but at least the flowers could be used anyway to pass on their traits, if it works that way. I mean, yeah. Right, well, last thing I see for the Makawa fans is good old Makawa Yatsubusa. It's really striking green at the moment. You can see why people like this tree. Yeah, still waiting for seed to come on this. There's one tree I'd like to have seed on. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. It's been great to get another video out. Exciting times ahead. Yeah, we'll see what the next couple of weeks bring. I'll be looking to get things out as soon as I can. Yeah, other than that, enjoy springtime, guys. Love and peace to you all. Take care.